welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Cameron, and as you can tell by the title of today's video, today I'm doing kind of a part 2 to my prepping for Paris series that I'm doing on my channel, which if you haven't seen the video before, you've seen this one that went up before this video is my big life update that I filmed, just updating you guys on a lot of things that are going on in my life. And in that update, I announced to you guys that I am going on a trip to Paris, France with some good girlfriends that I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this trip. And today, the purpose of this video is I'm going to be walking through with you guys this itinerary that we have for this trip. And I have to say, this might be one of the best trips I'm about to go on in my life. I am so excited, and I'm so grateful that I'm able to do this with a good group of friends. And I already know this is going to be one of many adventures that we will take in the future. We have done a lot of planning, a lot of thinking and strategizing of all the things that we want to do and hit on this trip. We are going for a full week. We are leaving on a Thursday. In fact, today I'm filming this, it is May 7th, Tuesday, May 7th. It's Tuesday night. We fly out for this trip Thursday, which is crazy. I cannot believe I'm going to be in Europe in less than 48 hours. And we come back on a late Wednesday night. So we are going to be there for a whole week. And I am so excited, and I just cannot wait to go on this trip and to meet up with my friends. The friends that I'm going with my friends Ella, Allie, and Olivia. There are the 3 friends that I met during my Disney professional internship experience last year in Florida, and ever since then I'm very grateful that I've been able to keep in touch with them and build a strong friendship with them, and they are just really great friends, and I'm so happy and I'm so grateful that I'm able to go on this trip with them. But yeah, without further ado, I'm going to stop rambling. Let's walk through this crazy itinerary that we have for this trip. So currently, as I mentioned, it is Tuesday, May 7th. We are leaving. Our trip starts on May 9th of this week, which is in 2 days, and so we're going to walk through this itinerary. So Thursday, May 9th, all we have on the itinerary is just strictly getting from we're flying out from the Orlando airport. I'm going to meet them there, and then we're flying from Orlando. We have a layover in Cincinnati. I think it's about 3 or 4 hours, and then we fly a direct flight, which I believe is an 8-hour direct flight, cannot talk today, from Cincinnati, Ohio to Paris, France, which is absolutely crazy, and I cannot wait. I'm so excited. So Thursday is our strict travel day. We're going to do all the traveling and getting ourselves there in one piece, and I've already done all of the prepping for me on my end of all the things I would need to have a full 15, I think our total travel time is 15 and a half hours or something crazy like that, including both flights and the layover that we have in Cincinnati. And I've already done all the prepping of all the snacks that I have packed in my bag. I have sleep medicine, melatonin, so that I can sleep on that whole flight, because we're going to be landing around 8 o'clock France time. It's because they're 6 or 7 hours ahead of us, so it's going to be interesting with the time change and the jet lag. So, and our day starts right when we land in Paris, so I'm fully planning to sleep that entire flight, because I want to make sure that when we land 8 o'clock their time, when they're starting their day, that I'm fully ready to enjoy the rest of our day. So we have that as our travel day, and really not anything planned of just getting from Orlando to Paris. But because I do not live in Orlando anymore, I'm going to be meeting them before our flight from Orlando to Cincinnati. So it's going to be a full day of travel, and I'm going to be doing a video for each day of this trip. So expect the very first video of this travel series, the travel day to Paris. So that is the first day. Moving on to the second day of the trip, which is Friday, May 10th. That is going to be our first full day in Paris. It's actually going to be right when we get off the plane, as I mentioned, from a full day of traveling, and we're going to be well rested after we get off the plane, because our flight is going to be 8-ish hours from Cincinnati to Paris. And so we're planning to arrive around 8:25 in the morning at the airport, and then it's going to take us about estimate 2 to 3 hours to retrieve our luggage, go through customs, travel to the hotel. The hotel is going to hold our luggage for us if it's not ready, and then check in at our hotels at 2 o'clock. So we're going to kind of have a little bit of leeway to kind of get ourselves through the airport, you know, figure out where we are. If anything, we might pick up like a snack to eat just in case we're feeling hungry or anything that we want to hold us over until our first reservation for eating. So that is the offboarding the plane type of situation that we have. And then moving on into after we have checked into the hotel, we've put our bag down, we've, you know, freshened ourselves up. Our first excursion, which is the, I want to say top 3 things out of everything that we're doing, is probably going to be my top 3 of the activities that we have. We are going to take a bada bus and do the hop on and off for the bada bus boat, and it's going to take us to the infamous Lock Bridge. I don't know if you guys have seen those shows where couples or friend groups that travel to Paris, France, they have like this iconic lock bridge where you bring a lock, like an actual lock, and you sign it and then you lock it on the bridge and it'll be like there forever. We're planning to do something similar to that, but not fully that experience, which I'll obviously show you guys when we do that excursion for that day. But that is going to be the ultimate bucket list thing, because that's going to be like the perfect commemorating the trip memento, and I'm just very excited because I'm actually going to be doing a TikTok video on it. So shameless self-plug, if you don't follow me on TikTok, follow me on TikTok at Cameryn.Hodges, because that experience in itself will have its own mini video snippet. And then after that excursion, we're going to go to the Galeries Lafayette to do some light shopping. And then if timing works out, there's a fashion show in the local area of where our hotel is around 3 o'clock. And then with the free time that we have before our dinner reservation, we're going to go to the Eiffel Tower at night, which I cannot wait. Oh my goodness. That's like the ultimate you have to do. Obviously, it's the monument of France. You have to go to the Eiffel Tower. We are planning to go to the Eiffel Tower a couple times throughout the trip, but this is going to be our first initial time going, and I just already know when that moment happens, I'm going to be absolutely speechless, and I'm just so excited to experience that. And I'm definitely going to be taking a lot of pictures for my Instagram, so we're excited about that. And then after that, we're going to go to our dinner reservation at France, which is around 9 o'clock. So that is the first full day in Paris. It's already, you know, that's only the first day, and we have so many more days left, and it's going to be really, really fun. So moving into the second full day in Paris of the trip, we are starting off the day having a nice breakfast at La Favorite Cafe. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing any of this wrong. Obviously, I'm not from France and I don't know how to pronounce this right, so bear with me on the pronunciation. So we have a breakfast reservation there, and as a big coffee connoisseur, I'm very, very curious and excited to try their version of an iced vanilla latte, because that is my go-to here in the States. So I'm very excited to try their normal coffee vanilla order. And then after breakfast, we have our first excursion, which is like if you ask anyone what's like the things you have to do when you go to France, besides the Eiffel Tower and the Lock Bridge, another one that comes up a lot is the Arc de Triomphe tower view. So we have an excursion for that at 11:30, which I'm very excited about. I'm going to be doing a TikTok video on that. And then we also planned a little bit of shopping kind of around that area. And then after that, we will be going back to the Eiffel Tower to experience that during the day. I think we have either tickets or passes to go up the tower, which is very exciting. I'm not exactly sure what time, but we definitely be doing that. And then after that, we have a lunch reservation at Gigi. Apparently that is like, you have to eat there when you go to France. It's like the locals say it's like one of the best things. So we have a lunch reservation there, and I'm very excited. So that is that. And then moving into the later part of the day, we have a excursion. We have a scene night cruise at 8 o'clock, which I'm very excited because I've never been on a night boat cruise, so that's going to be very fun. And then we have a night out planned. So that is the second full day of the trip. Very eventful, very fun, and I'm just very excited to not only experience all this, but to get all the really cool content opportunities. Moving into the third full day of the trip, Sunday, May 12th. This one is the most exciting one because this one was kind of the most spontaneous, on the whim to plan, that we are the most excited about, and I'm so happy it all came together type of thing. So let me just tell you guys everything that we're doing. So we're kicking off the day doing one of the most iconic and infamous things that you have to do when you go to Paris, France, which is going to the Louvre Museum, which, yes, I know your jaw dropped when I said that. This has been a bucket list thing for me for as long as I can remember. I always want to go to this place, and it's like one of the 7 wonders of the world. You have to go before you kick the bucket, and I'm just very excited to go as kind of, not really a history geek, but just in general, I'm very always curious, and just I love this type of stuff when you tour like a very significant in history place. And this place has a lot of the infamous things like the Mona Lisa and all these like things that Van Gogh painted, so all these things that are literally like the actual copy, which is super cool that we're gonna see. So that's gonna be exciting. My camera battery is dying, so I'm gonna change it really quick. The camera battery died. We had a bit of an intermission, but we are back. We have a fully charged battery, and let's continue with this because I know this video is kind of getting long. But after the Louvre Museum, we are going to be going to the Jardin du Luxembourg. I'm sorry if I pronounced that really wrong, but this is also just like the Louvre, as well as the Eiffel Tower, as well as the Lock Bridge, something that you have to do like during your Paris trip. It's one of those iconic touristy things, and I believe this is also where we do the tandem bike excursion. I have to double check, but this was something on TikTok that Ella found, that she was like, we have to do this when we go to France, and I was like, yep, we're doing it. So that is going to be after the Louvre, so probably around lunchtime. And then this was the most spontaneous thing that we got tickets for, and ended up working out perfectly with the timing that we got the tickets and the really good deal that we got the tickets. And I honestly cannot believe I'm doing this, and I'm so excited. The 4 of us are going to a Taylor Swift concert. So a little backstory. I believe this deserves an explanation. So a backstory. So originally, before we kind of planned this whole trip, Allie and Olivia, actually, if you didn't know, they're like huge Swifties. They are like diehard Taylor Swift fans, and they are actually thinking about going to this concert way before we wanted to do this trip. And so when we decided that we wanted to do this trip, they automatically were like, okay, now we have a chance to go to do this concert excursion, and they graciously said that Ella and I could join if we wanted. So we didn't want to be left out, and we got ourselves tickets, and we got a really good deal on them. So it's not, we're not breaking the bank or anything, considering we got them pretty last minute when in the planning stages of this trip. And I'm very excited because you guys know I'm not a diehard Swift fan. I will listen to Taylor Swift's music, but I have never in my life gone to a Taylor Swift concert, and I wouldn't consider myself a Swiftie, but I think I'm going to get into it when I'm around my friends, because they are really big diehard Taylor Swift fans. And I'm very excited because I have not been to a concert in a couple of years, especially with COVID and everything. The last concert I went to was in 2016 when I saw Beyonce's tour for Lemonade, so I didn't even get to go for the Renaissance tour. So maybe we'll go for Cowboy Carter, but that is my concert history, if you were wondering, if you asked. But I'm very excited because I am very curious not only to see what it's like to be at a Taylor Swift concert, but just in general, going to a Taylor Swift concert in a foreign country in Europe. that. We're already checking off a lot of firsts here. First time in Paris, first time going to a Taylor Swift concert, and not only a first time going to a Taylor Swift concert, but first time going to a Taylor Swift concert in Europe. Yeah, if that in itself doesn't sum up how crazy this trip is, I don't know what does. And I have an epiphany. I have an epiphany that something will happen at this concert, because this was definitely not on my 2024 bingo card, so obviously God is placing me in this specific position for a reason. So we will see what happens. I'll report back. It will be in the vlog. And yeah, so that's going to be a interesting experience. Stay tuned for the TikToks, all the content, because it's coming. So that is how we're ending our day. That is how we're ending our third full day in Paris. I still cannot believe the words that are coming out of my mouth. I'm still kind of in disbelief that this trip is happening. Happy and grateful and blessed to be here. Let's continue. So, moving into the fourth full day of this trip, we have the following Monday. So Monday of next week, May 13th, which I cannot believe I'm saying this out loud. This is next week. We're doing all this. Oh my god. On Monday, we have a very chill day post-concert, because, you know, going to a concert, you don't really want to do anything the next day. Lots of people, you know, they're typically hungover, you know, kind of like tired and everything. So we have a very, very chill itinerary for a post-concert day. And by very chill, literally the only things that we have on this agenda is we have a breakfast reservation at around, I want to say 9-ish, 10-ish. It might be a little later, I don't know, but I know it's definitely not right when you wake up in the morning, because we have this concert. And then we have another bucket list item of mine that we're checking off. That's also something that I believe Allie and Olivia really wanted to do, which is to go to Monet Gardens. And I'm very excited because this is, I believe, where Vincent van Gogh painted I think this is where he painted Starry Night. If I am wrong, please correct me in the comments, but I believe this is where he painted, where he painted the famous Starry Night painting. So that is going to be very exciting. I'm definitely going to be doing a TikTok on all that. Stay tuned, that's going to be coming. But that's going to be crazy. I'm very excited, and that's literally the only two things that we have on the itinerary coming off of a crazy eventful night the night before with this Taylor Swift. We're going to see Miss Swift do her thing, and then we're going to have a chill day. What is life? Moving into the last full day of the trip, but honestly this is why we're going, and I'm honestly super excited. I'm checking off a bucket list item for myself as a proud Disney adult. We are going to Disneyland Paris, which I am very excited, and I'm honestly really grateful and blessed that I'm going with good friends that work for Disney that are kindly allowing me to go with them as one of their guests. Because if you didn't know, as a Disney cast member you get many perks, but one of the really cool perks that you get as a cast member is you get complimentary guest tickets to any of the Disney parks in the world. So you could go to Disneyland in Hong Kong, Paris, literally anywhere in the country that has a Disney park. You can take someone with an active cast member, which is, I think, that's like literally the dream. That's literally so cool. And so because all three of them still work for Disney, they are kindly letting me go with them as their guest, so I don't even have to worry about paying for a ticket, which is really, really great, because obviously you guys know no matter where you go, a ticket to anything Disney is not cheap. So I'm very grateful for that, and we are having the ultimate first time Disneyland Paris day, which this will actually not be Olivia's first time. She has actually gone, I think, 2 or 3 times, which is absolutely wild during her time working for the company. So this is her 3rd time, so we're going to be going under her. She's going to show us all the stuff that you have to do. But I, in general, am just really excited because I'm checking off a bucket list item of mine, which, if you didn't know, before I die, I will visit every single Disney park in the world. And so far, we are off on a great track of hitting that goal, simply because I've been to, obviously, Disney World. I worked there last year, and I went to Disneyland last year. So we're checking off the 3rd one, which is Disneyland Paris, which means I will have to be going, I have to go to either Shanghai Disneyland or Hong Kong Disneyland sometime soon to complete my list. And then I'm going to say that is about it for our trip, because literally the last day, and it's not even a full day I would consider of our trip, because that's literally our full travel day home. So just like we had a full travel day to get there, we have a full travel day home, which is us traveling from Paris to Atlanta. We have a 3.5 hour layover in Atlanta. And instead of me going with my friends back to Orlando, I'll be flying back from Atlanta to my town that I live in. So I'm very excited. That is actually going to complete the itinerary. That is going to complete the trip. As you can tell by the video and just everything that I've shared with you, this is truly going to be an adventure, and I'm very grateful and I'm very blessed and I'm very excited to be going on this trip with some good friends that I know this is one of many spontaneous adventures that we will go on in the future, and I'm very excited. It's going to be a very, very, very eventful trip, and I will be documenting everything. You guys already know all the content is coming. I'm gonna be real with y'all, because I work full-time and because I'm just gonna be so busy and jet lagged and just so much going on when I come back home from this trip. The vlogs will not be up anytime soon. So definitely, if you want, what you definitely should, if you want to see real-time life updates of this trip, follow me on my Instagram at Cameryn.Hodges. I'll have it linked in the description. Follow me on my Instagram, because that is where I'm going to be posting all of the real-time life updates of the trip and everything we do. And the vlogs will obviously be coming on Instagram, TikTok, and obviously here on YouTube as I sort through and edit through all that content when I come back from this trip. But man, what is life? I cannot believe this is happening. I cannot believe this is my life, and I'm very grateful and I'm very excited, and I'm just beyond very, just in general, excited to go on this trip and share it with you all. So that is going to actually be it for this video. I know this is a very, very long video, but I think it is very needed, and it is very, very thorough of everything that we're doing on the trip, because I think it'll be easier for you guys to follow along when the actual vlogs go up. And then also, this is for memory purposes. I'm going to want to look back on this in 10 years and remember I went to Paris, France for the first time and this is what happened. So that is going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure you give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below if you stayed to this part of the video. Comment below a croissant for Paris. I was very curious to see who made it all the way to the end of the video. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, be sure you subscribe. A lot of content is coming. I know I have been lacking on the content the past couple of months just because I've been going through so many different life changes of so many things happening that are really good things that I just needed time to process and accept and pivot. And I'm very excited for what's to come in the future, and I hope you guys are too, because lots of cool things are happening, and I'm here for the journey, I'm here for the ride, and I'm here for this new chapter that I'm embarking on. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.